What's busy for some people is a lifeline for others. My mug is very apropos. There is a reason I am using my Be Happy mug today. Someone recently asked me what I was doing for the day, like what I had on my roster. And I responded with, I'm working in the garden for a little while, and then I have lunch with a friend, and I need to do laundry, and I need to pack for a trip that's coming up, and I need to do this. And I had a few things listed on my roster, and her response was, wow, you're always so busy. Now, I don't have a good relationship with the word busy. I bristle when people say, you're so busy, because there's a negative connotation to it. And oftentimes, it feels like they're judging me for not being available for them, or there's so many different options, and I don't want to verbalize any of them, to be honest with you. One of them is literally just that they don't have a very busy life, and they might wish that they did have a little bit more going on. I bristle because of the perceived judgment behind the statement, knowing who it is that says it and what they're meaning by the phrase. Because of my line of work, because of what I do with people, when I bristle, I have to stop and ask myself, why am I bristling and what do I need to do about it? So I stopped and I asked myself, why am I bristling this time? And it was a really good pause. It was a beautiful introspective look into my workings. That day, I chose to work in the garden because I could feel myself languishing a little bit. I could feel myself sliding and not as happy, feeling a little burdened and blah. And I knew that physical energy, that release of working and getting going would help my mood. I knew that it would help lift me up. It wasn't a burden for me. It was a release and self-care. Absolutely self-care. I had lunch with a friend. That was self-care because it was me being able to join with a friend, connect, and have a wonderful chit-chat. Everything on my roster, there were have-tos, there were want-tos, and yet many of those were serving my personal need to uplift myself and bring me back to a better state of being so that I could be more connected with the people around me and what I was doing. When I recognized my need to move, when I recognized that being active and productive gives me that endorphin push that I need to uplift my mood and bring me back to a happy, joyful state, it's not busy as a negative. It's not a have to working in the garden. It's a want to because I recognize the gift that it gives to me. Pausing, and instead of being upset with that person for asking, being able to say, I am active because it helps my mood. I'm active because it keeps me from being depressed. They weren't as judgmental for my activity. They weren't as upset that I didn't have time for them because they recognized that I personally needed that for myself, and I can't give to someone else if I haven't taken care of me. It was a beautiful moment. What's busy for some people is a lifeline for others. So, I've encouraged people to rename things. Graduation instead of retirement. Musing instead of journaling. Right now, I am working on renaming busy. What is it that I'm doing? Let's give it an accurate name. Instead of a generic overtone of you're just doing a lot of things, what specific word or phrase can I put to it instead of busy? So I'm working on renaming. If you have suggestions, I would love for you to comment and help me out in renaming it. It may be that the name shifts depending on what it is I'm doing. Maybe I'm succeeding and achieving. Maybe I'm just being active and healthy. Perhaps simply sharing with people why I'm busy is the answer to making everything a ton better.